Hey my friends, this is Loli. Welcome to the channel. Today I bring you two beautiful fall DIYs using Dollar Tree products. I hope you enjoy these projects. And here we go with the first inspiration. For this project, I'm going to use one of these wood signs from Dollar Tree. I got you in summertime, and I'm going to use the back of it. I'm going to give this a coat of white Rust-Oleum paint and primer, and I'm just going to do like a very messy coat. Then I'm going to take some of this pumpkin color by Waverly, and I'm going to mix it together with some burnt amber to create a darker color. And I'm going to do a very messy coat using this paint mixture. Then I took some brown oxide from Apple Barrel, and I'm going to dry brush it over the entire area as well. And this is how it's looking so far. Now I'm coming in with some burnt amber from Apple Barrel, and I'm going to also dry brush it on the entire surface. And then I'm going to set it aside to work on a different piece. Now I'm going to take this wood sign from Dollar Tree, and we are going to paint it. For the lettering, I chose to use this moss color from Waverly. So I'm going to give this a complete coat, but before I do that, I wanted to cover up the little holes in which the hanger was on. So I just added some of this lightweight spackle from Dollar Tree and covered up those holes. And then I painted it with the moss color from Waverly. Then I took some of this flamingo red from Apple Barrel, and I'm going to paint the entire leaf using that color, making sure to keep the shape of the letters intact. Then I come in with some burnt amber, and I'm just adding it onto the leaf as well, just to give this a little bit more of a darker color red when it was something with a little earth tone to it. And I did that until I achieved that color. Now I'm coming back in with some of this pumpkin from Waverly, and I am just dry brushing in some areas to create that little effect of that, the fall leaves have different colors here and there. So I'm trying to make this as realistic as possible and to embody that feeling and that look of fall. Then I took some of this yellow daffodil from Apple Barrel, and I'm going to also dry brush in different sections of the leaf, again to give this that variance that fallen leaves have. Then I came back in with some burnt amber from Apple Barrel just to blend these colors in, and that was it for that. And then I placed it on there, but guys, I didn't quite like the contrast in the two colors, and then I felt that the leaf was just blending in with the background there. So I'm coming in with some some Waverly white wax just to bring this a little bit more of a neutral color, and so it wouldn't clash so much with that leaf. And I just kept going with it until I was happy with the amount of wax I had, drying it in between, and I just kept checking it against the back in there to make sure that I was happy with the colors. That one was cute and all, but I'm like, I wanted it a little bit lighter. If you see here, I came back in. But first, I wanted to also bring in some detail to this little word sign. So I'm coming in with celery from Waverly, and I'm dry brushing it on top of the letters as you see there, and making sure that you had a little excess of it going on the edges. That way the letters will be standing out a little bit more, and also just giving it a very light brush to the very top of it, and it came out so cute. Here I'm checking once again to see if I'm happy with it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not sure. I wanted this a little bit lighter, so I first dried up my sign, and then I'm going to put it to the side, and I want to bring in some more detail on that leaf. So I'm taking a paint pen from I believe this is Artisa paint pens, yes. And I'm using the color brown and to just paint in the little ridges of the leaf to bring a little bit more life to it. So now here I'm coming back in with some more of that white wax. I really wanted I wanted the green to stand out very much against the other one. And I wanted those other earth tones to also, peek through. But here at the end, you can mostly see the burnt amber and the white wax. But I was happy with this. So there's many options that you could have used here. So if you don't like this one, you can always leave it as it was in the beginning or just use a bit of the white wax. So now here it's time to attach my words to that sign, and I just use some wood hot glue to do that. Then I took some more of the pumpkin from apple barrel and I'm going to dry brush it on all the edges of the sign. I also took some of this flamingo red from apple barrel and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of the burnt amber, and then I'm going, actually not burnt amber, the brown oxide, and I just mix those two colors together and I'm going to dry brush it on top of the orange just to give this a little bit more detail. There you go. And then I took some of that buffalo check from Dollar Tree and made a little bow, and I attached it right there to the bottom of the leaf. And I'm going to take some of this masking tape and put it on the end of my ribbon here, so I'm able to loop it through those holes, through the back, and create a hanger. Knotted it in the back, making sure I did a double knot, and there it is.
Don't forget to let me know what you think. I love this piece.
My friends, today's video is para la collaboration. It is the Science of Fall open-end by collaboration that is hosted by Amanda from Six Kids and a Glue Gun, and the co-hosts are Shantell from Crafty Hints and Brenda from Rustic Lace DIYs. The links to their channels and to the playlist will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Make sure that you visit the playlist so you're able to see these ladies' channels along with all of the other amazing creators participating in this challenge. All right, here we go with the next inspiration. For this one, I'm going to use this picket fence panel that I got from Dollar Tree during the Easter time. I'm going to remove that hanger and we're going to use the back of this one as well. So for this one, I am using, once again, my white Black & Decker paint and primer, and I did another messy coat of it. Once the paint dried, I'm going to come in and take one of these calendars from Dollar Tree. This is from last year, and I'm going to use this one from the month of September that says Hello Fall, and it has some beautiful pumpkins on the print. Here I'm just cutting off the excess paper in order for this to fit nicer onto my piece. I did want that picket section to show really nicely. And then I'm going to take some of this this glue stick that I got from Dollar Tree and put it on the entire back of that. And then I'm going to place it down onto my sign. Then I came in with some burlap ribbon that I got from Michael's, and I'm just measuring to see exactly how much I need. I did cut the angle at the top to match the angle of the picket, so everything will be nice and flush. And I just added, actually I burned off the edges because to avoid any fraying of the ribbon. And now I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to the very top to keep this in place, so I'm able to glue it all the way down to the bottom. And then I repeated the same process on the other side. My friends, if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you find it in your heart to go ahead and subscribe as well, go ahead and hit that button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you each time that I upload a video. All these things are free and they mean the world to me. And of course, I added some ribbon to the bottom as well and to that top section of the calendar. Then I took some of these beads that I got from Dollar Tree during Easter time, and I'm going to use some of that orange, and I'm going to use some of these black beads also from Dollar Tree. I'm using 2 orange and 1 black, following that pattern. And then I'm just going to go ahead and reposition my hanger back onto the side. There I put a little bit too many, so I decided to remove 1 bead from each side right there and reposition it back in place. Then I took some of these orange sunflowers from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add them to my sign. First I decided to use stems, and I'm like, you know what, I just want the flowers. So I am cutting off that extra stem there at the bottom to make this flat. I'm adding some hot glue to the back, and I am adding it to the very top right there at each corner of this sign. Later on I decided to change this though, guys. I didn't like how it was protruding on the sides. It looked like ears. So later on you'll see them come in a little bit closer into the hello part. But first I took some of the leaves that came with it, and I am cutting them into 3 individual leaves to add them on around the sunflowers, as you see right there. I added the leaves at the top, side, and bottom of each one of the sunflowers. I didn't want to put any towards the middle because I didn't want that hello word to be covered in any way. Then I made a little bow using the same gingham ribbon and glued it right there in the middle. And just like that, this one is done. You guys let me know what you think. For this next inspiration, I'm going to use one of these signs that I got from Dollar Tree during the Valentine's Day decor. And I sanded down that word. It was all glitter to make everything nice and flat, and then I used my little vacuum to remove the dust. Then I'm coming in with some celery chalk paint from Waverly, and I'm going to completely cover the front there, making sure to come really close to the ends. Then I'm going to bring this little pumpkin truck that I got from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm going to paint it using some burnt amber and a white paintbrush, so I'm able to kind of use it as a stain. Then I came in with some pumpkin from Waverly, and I am covering up the pumpkins with that color. I also took some flamingo red, and I'm going to paint the fenders and the little banisters, I guess, of the back of the truck using this color. Then I took some rich black from Folk Art, and I am painting in the wheels. And the rims, I came in with some white of my Black & Decker paint and primer. And with some of the leftover brush paint, the paint and the red brush, I am just highlighting the tires to give the illusion of it moving. And then this is what it's looking like. So I wanted to add something to the front here, and I thought that these little signs that you see on the side would have fit in there, but it didn't. So I decided to create my own little banner on the side of the truck. So I just painted that little formation there using my white Black & Decker paint and primer. And I quickly dried using my heat gun. I painted the frame first. So I'm using the same white Black & Decker paint and primer, and I'm just going and adding the paint to just the top version here, making sure not to put it onto the inside of this frame. Then I took this Farm Fresh word and I'm going to cover it using the rich black foam foil card. Once everything was dry, now it's time to position this in place. So the first thing that I'm going to do is distress this a little bit. I didn't like how starky it was looking, so I came in on top of that celery color with some moss from Waverly, and I just dry brush it over just to give this surface a little bit more texture. And then the white was looking kind of starky too, so I also dry brushed the green on that and created some beautiful texture on there. So now that once that dry, I'm going to take some wood hot glue. Oh, never mind, I also distressed the chalk. I distressed the chalk using this celery color though, just very lightly, just to give it a little dusting. Make it look like the truck was working hard in the farm.
And then I glued
the truck down to the side. I also glued the Farm Fresh word right there at the top corner. At the door of the truck, I came in with my paint pen from Artisa, and I am writing the word pumpkins and put in 25 cents. I pretty much just pre-handed it and then came back in with it, making the letters a little bit fatter. And you know already, I'm not done yet. So I'm going to create a little bow for this. This is the first one. Then I took some of this burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree, removed the stitching that was on the sides, and I cut off a section on there. And I'm going to fray all 4 of the edges of this burlap piece, making sure that the fraying is nice and even though. Once I was happy with the fray amount in it, I'm going to take the piece of burlap and cinch it in the middle, just creating a little bow. And I'm going to add a small bow right on top of that and tie everything together using a piece of jute cord. Now it's time to dovetail the ends of my buffalo check ribbon or my gingham ribbon, making sure that the tails are even with each other. Once I was happy with that, I'm going to add some hot glue and it's going to go right there in the corner. Then I'm going to take some more of that ribbon and I'm creating a hanger with it. So I'm going to add some hot glue to the back on there, pressing the fabric on top of it, and then I'm going to add a masking tape on top of it, making sure that that welds nicely. And I did the same thing with both sides, making sure that the hanger was on the length that I really wanted it. They hang down and the masking tape fused with the hot glue, and this is not going anywhere. I added some more hot glue and added some more masking tape just to make sure that this will be nice and secure. And just like that, this one is complete. Let me know what you think. Isn't it so cute and beautiful? It is beautiful. And here we go with the final reveal. Don't forget to let me know which one of these 3 is your very favorite. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. And if you'd like to see some more of my videos, here's a suggestion and binge away with this playlist. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for your time today. You are awesome. Thank you. Bye.